speaking of Mexican things,
love that transition.
love the transition. I don't know. You just alley-ooped it to me. I have a little like maybe like a not a conspiracy theory, more like a real life application like theory about that the streets need El Chapo. Let me explain. El Chapo, no matter all the shit he did to the streets of Mexico, he was a good guy. Okay, nobody wanted to fuck with El Chapo. He specifically kept
I know we had
drug-related activities outside of like these small towns that obviously they're like using other land to do all these illegal activities.
Real
right?
quick.
Okay, jump in.
I know we had this conversation earlier.
Did we?
At my brother's house.
Oh, we
right?
did. But I had
No. Hold on. I still don't know the difference between the two men, and I still don't know the difference between the two men's names.
El Chapo and who?
I don't know, but I know I asked about them.
El Chapo's alive though.
I know I asked about them.
Yeah.
At the party, you guys laughed at me. They're like, they're not the same person, and I was like, oh.
No, El Chapo is alive currently.
And what's the other one's name?
Pablo Escobar. He's dead.
Oh, that's the one.
So El Chapo.
I feel so bad.
His son just got arrested, by the way, and we're gonna have some serious problems coming up with that. I'll tell you why. So El Chapo kept everything in line. He's like, this is untouchable. We're not gonna fuck with like certain towns. In fact, if he was gonna grow or do things a little bit far away from a town, they would move into the town and grow the town and give it a reason to flourish. And then they'll be like, hey, you want some cocaine? Like, so they would live in the town. They would like build houses and shit, flourish these towns. And then when he got arrested, he got expedited here. This is what that main problem is, okay? The U.S. feels some type of way, and they want him here forever. And this is my guess. I don't know what noise that is. I think I clicked something by accident. This is my guess. In the next year, Mexico is going to ask for El Chapo to serve time in Mexico. And this is not problematic for Mexico because they know what he means to the Mexican people. It is not uncommon that people who are less fortunate like that presence there. It feels way more. It feels like the police are on the same level as that. Like, you're cops and you're doing this to us who you're meant to protect us. If these guys are gonna do this XYZ and be a little bit nicer to us, we'd rather have those guys. Like, it's not uncommon. Like, I think it's gonna cause a rift between Mexico and United States relationship. And I think the only reason there's a relationship there is because we're right next to each other. I mean, it's not uncommon like that. I think it was during World War II that if a message from Germany didn't get intercepted, maybe Mexico would have been on the other side of World War II. Like, maybe they would have helped out the other side. So, you know, we change up history, things will be different. We don't know. But I think they're going to ask for El Chapo back. They're going to put him in a nice jail. He could do whatever the fuck he wants in that jail. He just got to stay there. He got to serve that time. But I think these new guys that have taken over, like, they feel like this power vacuum coming up. It's already happening. That these new cartel people, they're not as honorable as my boy El Chapo. They, in fact, they see these small towns as opportunities to kill people, take over the town, and just fill the town with the people that are helping him do stuff.
Isn't currently Mexico being run by cartel?
Yeah, it's always kind of been that way. But it's been like the president, El Chapo.
Gotcha.
Barely.
Okay.
You know? But now there's like a bunch of different people trying to come up and kind of take that place.
To take the power vacuum.
Take those properties, that kind of, those territories, quote unquote. And they're going in, they're fucking, like, they're doing crimes like in the streets. They're like killing people to like get the town in check. They're like really, really doing more violent crimes. A lot of El Chapo's violent crimes were not in like cities and shit like that. Towns. It's like if El Chapo's gonna kill you, it's gonna be somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere. He's gonna leave you right there because no one's ever gonna find you. So yeah, I think a lot of them are trying to break into the U.S. with more like, I think there's a certain pride of drugs that you send out of Mexico into the United States. Like, oh, that Mexican shit is good. Just how we're getting fentanyl laced weed here, like, you know, it's not the there's no pride in that. There's no like,
it's just cheaper to make.
Just cheap weed to make that could fucking kill you one day. Like, Same thing with these new Mexican cartels. Like, we're not gonna make that nice shit. You're gonna pay the same price, possibly die from it more than you would likely die from just using it a lot.
Definitely if it's laced, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a bit problematic, and I think El Chapo's been arrested. His son. I don't think they're gonna ship him off to the U.S. I think they're gonna keep him in Mexico.
So, what is the government of Mexico doing to?
Officially?
Yet, I don't know, like to fix the cartel or to at least
is they can't
to help
and I'll tell you why.
disband it, maybe.
America likes to blame Mexico for a lot of things.
Okay.
We send them their rapists, that are murderers.
Oh yeah.
Quote unquote.
I know.
But I want you to take a hard look at yourself. When you have all of these enlistment numbers in the U.S. of like serving to do in the army, a lot of them get promoted. You know, they do special forces work, kind of stuff like that. But fun fact, a lot of the cartels being ran now in Mexico are former special agent people, special forces people from all kinds of militaries in the world. United States clearly being one of them, because a lot of tactics being used by the cartels nowadays are kind of by the textbook of how United States special forces run things. A lot of special forces from Mexico's military also, like when they retire, they got nothing better to do. This pays a lot more money than the special forces did in Mexico, and oftentimes a lot more money than what the U.S. pay them on their payroll. So it's not just like random families getting together, how we've seen in traditional media, like, oh, these are the crime families, they're doing this, that, XYZ. No, it's a lot of ex-military personnel coming in and using the stuff they learned for not so good activities.
That sucks.
Isn't that crazy? And that sucks for just the people living there.
Thank you for the fun facts.
Yeah,
I didn't know any of that.
Interesting fact, because they're not fun.
Right, they're not fun.
But it inherently causes, like, it's like, do we send you the bad stuff, or did you send us the bad stuff and then they sent our bad people to you? You know, is it like a symbiotic relationship?
Yes.
But time will tell. If Mexico gets back El Chapo, then maybe that respect comes back.
Isn't his wife also over here? Or is she in Mexico?
His wife, I think, is also serving jail time here.
Damn, they got the whole fam here?
Yeah.
Or just the son is over there?
His son got arrested. I don't know if it was here or there. I just know he got arrested. But he was like the obvious next in charge. He ran it for a few months, few years, maybe.
He was in prison, yeah.
Yeah. And now there's nobody there, and so the fruit is ripe.
And everyone's trying to get
Everybody's trying to get their shit done.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised in the next year, like within this year, like violent crimes start going up. A lot of small towns start, like those populations start dwindling down. I mean, my grandma lives in a small town. Like literally, it's just like I had like 40 old people that live there, and then like 20 people that run like city hall or whatever. Like,
yeah.
So it's a lot of those towns that A, these people own land on there, and B, like you take them out, no one's gonna come claim that land. All their children probably live in the city. Like they don't really go up there where they were raised. Like a lot of people who live in these small towns, their goal, like anybody else, is I want to leave. I want to go out, explore the city, or maybe come to the U.S., do whatever. Like, so there's another scam happening in Mexico where a lot of places don't let you buy plots of land consistently. Like, if you want 50 acres, they're like, you can't have 50 acres. What if you want to start selling drugs? So they get 50 of their boys to buy 1 acre, and then eventually they sell it to a company or corporation, and then it's 50 acre lot of land that could be used for maybe airfield, maybe grow some crops, like literally anything. Like,
sugar.
Sugar. Exactly.
Veggies.
Exactly. You know, we're trying to help the planet here.
Drugs.
What?
Weed.
Coke.
You grow coke?
No.
I thought you made it.
You make coke, but you can make the factories. Like, you can make the places you make coke. And then nobody will bother you